You are listening to Kashif yani KK on Indian Link Radio with a special interview with a true rock star of Bollywood who makes us dance on Badtameez Dil and also makes Madhuri Dixit lose her breath while catching up with the man himself. Let's welcome on air the one and only Ranbir Kapoor. Ranbir, welcome on the airwaves of Indian Link Radio.
Thank you so much, Kashif, and thank you for the wonderful introduction.
I had to prepare. I prepared it big time for you. Ranbir, Bombay Velvet is all set to release. It is based on Gyan Prakash's book Mumbai Fables and is known to be the dream project of Anurag Kashyap. He definitely wanted you specifically for this role. So tell us why the Bombay Velvet's Johnny Balraj is a different role from the previous ones that you've done.
Kashif, there are very few films in an actor's life which comes, and when you read a script, it's so rare because, the writing is becoming a dying art in Indian cinema especially. And when you read a script and it has so much in it, it has so much of pathos, it has a good Indian story, good characters, good guy, a bad guy, and at the same time it's engaging and entertaining. It is something which I just had to do. It was not because of Anurag Kashyap or any reason. It was primarily because of the script and the character that was written. Yes, the film is inspired by Mumbai Fables by Gyan Prakash. It was his book that he had written, but it is a truly original story written by Anurag and his set of writers. The character of Johnny Balraj, something which really attracted me to him is, it was very different from the urban, coming-of-age character that I played. It was something more brooding. He was intense. He had a sense of ambition and greed in his eyes, but at the same time, he was vulnerable, and it was about his love story with Rosie and how it gets destroyed in the big bad world of Bombay in 1950s. So I think this entire world and this character and scale and all of that really attracted me towards this film.
Wow, so it means that you're definitely playing a role of a street fighter based in the 1950s and who's trying to make it a big shot in the Bombay Velvet movie. Now tell me that for this role, did you end up getting any boxing training, a fitness routine to get that lean, strong build?
Kashif, also there's a little bit of a misconception. Yes, I do play a street fighter because in that time space in the 1950s in India, boxing was not a sport. So people who are from the street, they used to go to these cage fighting places where they used to get beaten up, take out their frustration, earn some money out of it. But that is not what my character is. That's a very small facet of the film that you will see Johnny Balraj do. Basically, it's a character who's just ambitious and he wants to be a big shot in his life. So I think because of this whole street fighter angle and, it sounds a little exciting, so people have grabbed onto that. But that is a very small facet about Johnny's character.
Wow, and I'm definitely sure that people are going to love the character big time, like they always do one of your characters.
Thank you.
You are known, Ranbir, as... okay, now let's talk about this one because I just got this information that the news is buzzing around. More than 600 people were actually present at all times on the sets of Bombay Velvet, which is, I must say, a massive production crew. So having all these people, did anyone come up to you saying that, have selfies with me, have signatures? Were you busy in that terms?
No, you know what? Yes, it is true, and I think there were more than 600 people, but everybody was so inspired and enamored by Anurag's vision that we just went with the flow of it. To create Bombay and to create the city in 1950s, kind of vintage cars that were there, the set production, the lighting, the junior artists, they had to create trams and the inside of the jazz club Bombay Velvet. It was a huge task. And I think everybody was just following our leader, that was Anurag Kashyap, and he was the biggest star on set. And I think that's the best way to make a movie. I think we all were inspired and we all were just following one direction, and that was the direction that Anurag led us.
That actually shows true passion to the film, to be honest. Ranbir, the movie has introduced the jazz era of Bollywood, and it's actually coming back. So is jazz your kind of music, to be honest?
Jazz is very hard music. There is basically the connoisseurs of music who understand music love jazz. You need an acquired taste for it. Because we were making a movie, which was in the world of 1950s Bombay, jazz was a very big culture in the city of Bombay. We had jazz clubs and it was quite huge at that time. So we wanted to stay authentic to the time period. We didn't want to cheat the audience and just make the run-of-the-mill, Bollywood song dance routines. Rosie, the character who's played by Anushka Sharma, she plays a jazz singer who sings in this club. So everything is very authentic. Even like the music director Amit Trivedi, he went to New Orleans to do research on jazz. He flew jazz, musicians from Prague. We recorded the song. So we just wanted to make an authentic world. I don't sing or dance in the film because that's not my character, and it's that kind of film, which we are trying to play very realistic to the characters and the world. So all the songs that you see are sung by Anushka Sharma, and it's in the jazz space. So yes, it's exciting. It's really highly cultivated music. It's very there's a lot of musicality to it, but it's not your everyday songs that you will listen to it on a radio and start humming it. I think it takes a period of time to actually start enjoying music like this.
It's true, but let me just tell you that as well, that Mohabbat Buri Bimari has already topped the charts on the radio stations, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
So it's getting there. Phenomenal work, definitely on the music part as well. Now, here's a different question, which actually has to do something with the film, but not as well. Ranbir, you're known to be very notorious actor on and off sets in a very positive way, to be honest. Funny, the people have heard funny stories that you have fun along the sets, fun during shootings. So do you have any funny story that you want to share, maybe a gossip?
Kashif, that's very hard because, we spent 120 days on a film set, and this entire, cast and crew become your family, and you spend so much of time, like 12 hours on a set, and you have so many fun moments and you think about it. But I think with this film, it's definitely been my most fun experience because I met great friends. There was Karan Johar on set, who's just an awesome personality to be around. He's constantly making you laugh. He's constantly singing and cracking jokes. There's Anurag, who's a different spectrum of a person. He's intense. He's the repair guy. Then there are actors like Satyadeep Mishra, who's playing my friend. Then there is KK Menon. There is Manish Chaudhary. There is Vivan Shah, who's Nasir Sir's son. So I think the entire gamut of people and, the kind of actors and the talent that was on set, it used to be loads of fun. And having said that, apart from the fun, we all really worked our ass off, just trying to, stay true in character, and just being in that space in Sri Lanka where the entire world was created of Bombay in 1950s. We all were just like into a character, and it was so fascinating that we actually believed that we were actually in that time zone, in that wonderful period of 50s and all of that. So I think it's really been a memorable experience and lots of fun and lots of anxiety, lots of happy and sad moments have been shared together.
It is indeed a highly anticipated movie of this year, I must tell you that. Now, a question, since you mentioned Karan Johar, so how was it seeing Karan Johar in a negative role as Khaizat Kambakhta?
I mean, it's beyond my imagination to even cast Karan Johar, who plays the antagonist of a film, because we all know Karan's personality. It's so lovable and it's so, somebody who you can reach out to. But I think Karan is such a talented person. He's conquered production, direction, TV host, everything. He does everything. But just to see him play a part which required so much of nuances and the kind of manipulation and the kind of connivingness he brings to the character, I don't think any actor could have played. And mind you, this role was written for Naseeruddin Shah, and to step into his shoes and actually own the part was really a big achievement. And I think Karan did that seamlessly.
And we definitely love him for coming up with a new avatar. We definitely love him. Ranbir, you were recently spotted playing football with some fans. Now, this is not something related to the movie, but since, I want to talk football with you, a few pictures of you were emerged online wherein you were seen posing with the fans. You do own a Super League team called Mumbai City Football Team as well, right? So, is it one of your favorite sports, maybe? Or how does it feel to you?
Absolutely. It's right up there with acting and movies. Football is something that I've been a big fan of. I try and play as much as I can every day. When I have free time, I'm trying to set up a game. It's something which really makes me happy. And, whatever opportunity I can get in on a film set, I always carry a football and I'm always playing. And it's really a dream for any fanboy, to own a football team, and especially in the city that I live, and to deliver a club that everybody in the city can call their own instead of, being fans of Real Madrid and Barcelona and Manchester United. I think it was very important to start that culture in our city, and I'm extremely grateful for the fact that, I was given, to lead Mumbai City Football Club as an owner.
Well, I'm sure that they're the lucky ones, and really proud of you for sure. Now, Ranbir, I always wanted to ask you one question, and that is that you worked with your father Rishiji, and then you worked with your mother Neetuji as well in the same film. So, how does it feel working with a family in a film? Is it weird, or is it how's the feeling like?
I thought I had so many preconceived notions before I went on set. But because they've acted for so many years and they're such professionals and, they're such great actors, that actually when we used to come on set and we all used to be in our hair, makeup, wardrobe, into our character, it actually felt like you're working with really good actors. And, that's really what sets them apart, for me at least, that they left their personal relationships, even the husband-wife, dynamic was in there. It was about just the characters that we were playing, and it was really I enjoyed a lot. We used to hang out. I used to spend more time with them because I'm also busy as an actor, so I don't get to spend so much of time with them. But we spent so much of time together. We had great laughs and got to learn so much, from my father as well as my mother.
It was an absolute family favorite, to be honest. Now, thank you very much, Ranbir, so very much for joining us on Indian Link Radio.
Thank
we wish
you,
you all the very best for Bombay Velvet and your future projects as well.
Thank you so much.